Guys, welcome back to the 2013 WCS Season 1 Grand Finals here in Seoul, South Korea at the OGN Studios where everything kicked off. The whole Starcraft esports trend. I mean, really amazing already to see that 4GG is through in Group C. This is the final match that we broadcast here on the WCS stream. It's going to be Hero versus SOS.
That's right. And before we get into that game, there is going to be a Korean interview with Park Ji-soo, a.k.a. 4GG, having got through in first place in his group. And the Koreans wanted to know a couple of things from him, get a couple of words out of him.
I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense. You know, it's actually kind of impressive to me because I spent so long watching Brood War in South Korea, or excuse me, at home watching the South Koreans play. I didn't realize how huge of a fan base 4GG had.
Yeah, he pulled a lot of people in here today to come watch his games, and they're asking him questions now. So I think the first question was something along the lines of, so how does it feel to be 4GG?
And you know, I think what I'd imagine that he's saying right now is how excited he is, how he's never able to win in Korea. But today, all he had to do was win 4 times.
I think they're asking now, how easy was it to play in Europe compared to Korea, since Korea is usually very easy to play in, Europe is.
And you see, given that wry grin, he said, well, you know, I was expecting to win, but then MVP came, and I'm like, of course, MVP is in South Korea. Now here in Europe, representing Germany.
Yeah.
4GG was able to get top 3, but mainly got top 3 due to his own miss, Medevac Mine Micro.
Yeah.
The one to miss.
I'm just listening to this next question. I think it's along the lines of, apparently you told in another interview that you'd probably be able to beat Hero and SOS with one hand. Is that really what you said? I think that's what they asked him.
Well, let's find out what he says to that.
Yeah, I'll be interested, because playing one-handed against these two players? You kidding me? Oh. I don't know, man. I think he's having words now.
Oh, that's right.
Can you hear
There's actually a different feed between them and us, but you know what? Here's the thing.
What did he say?
What he said was,
yeah,
he can't do it with just one hand, but he only needs one hand and one foot. In fact, he macros with his foot.
It must be his left foot then, right?
Oh yeah, he's left-footed. He's left-footed and right-handed, so he uses the dominance of both of those together.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
dude.
I mean, and he smells things with his right nostril because he's right-nostriled, and he smelled that his opponents were weak today.
I'm listening to the next question, Dana. I'm really good at Korean guys. Like, yeah. I think it's somewhere along the lines of, so you won a tournament in 2008. It's 5 years later. What's taken so long? Can you hear his?
I mean, we're waiting for him to answer. Let me just.
Did you get it?
I mean.
Did you get it? No.
No, but you know what I would assume? What I would assume the reason is confidence issues. Oh, okay. Wasn't feeling good about his play. After you beat J-Dunk, he got a little lazy. You know?
Yeah.
He ate some extra potato chips here and there.
5 years of laziness.
5 years. Well, no, it was like a few months of potato chips and choco pies. And soon enough.
They just asked him, if you were given the opportunity to wear Marine King's glasses, would you wear them?
Well, what he's saying is that there's only one person in Korea who has a nose strong enough to wear glasses that large, and that's MKP.
Oh, what a great answer. 4GG's funny, isn't he?
He is very clever.
He's funny.
Those glasses, man.
Wow. Nice glasses. Do you want to translate the interviewers? Can you, Can you listen to him as well? Maybe
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they're asking about those 2 girls in the back. We don't need it because they both did one of these.
No, not those 2.
Not those 2 girls, no. And not these 2 either. Yeah, 4GG has a couple female fans. They're asking how you did it.
He's like, all right, well, here's the answer. Wait,
he shows this.
Okay, so I moved to France for one reason alone, and that was because French girls are incredibly hot. I've enjoyed my time there over the last year, almost a year and a half.
Maybe it was a year.
I'm really happy to do well in WCS Heroes because the German girls are pretty good too. But I'm really happy to be home.
Wow.
He shows Europe power. Europe power.
Europe power. Oh my God! I hope he turns into a Zord soon. That was awesome.
That was good.
Wow.
That was a good question. Look at that, sir.
I'm so glad you were here to translate for us the Apollo, especially.
Did you get that question?
I think he's explaining why there's a Livestrong bracelet on the microphone.
Did you get it? Did you get what he said? No?
Well, in all honesty,
I think a lot of these answers are actually getting lost in translation.
Well, I mean, I do want to talk a little bit about what happened with 4GG. You know, this whole like lost confidence phase where he spent so long leading up to that victory in MSL. Training, working so hard. He was on Hwasong Oz. Jaedong was his teammate. They practiced together a lot. And then he 3-0s Jaedong. And it's amazing. It's this huge victory. And then just promptly falls off the radar and has had a really hard time finding his groove. If you actually follow 4GG in Brood War and in Starcraft 2, you'll see that he does a lot of style changes. He's never really settled with one style. And I think that a lot of the success that we're seeing is credit to the fact that he's staying small and scoped down and focused. Something that suits the way that he wants to play.
And the audience seem happy with that too, the way that he likes to play. I mean, going into day 2 for him, that's good. That's good. Very surprising.
Now,
but
do you know if it's first place in B plays second place
I do
in
not
C?
know. I mean, if I said anything, it would just be speculation. I'd get myself in trouble, so I'm not going to even try.
Because you and I are both certainly not troublemakers. I can't believe after all that you're scared to give me what you think is going to happen in the brackets. Like, no, whoa.
No. Just no.
You're fine.
It's fine. It's fine. The interview's still going on though.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a really long interview. They're really trying to get every little answer out of him. He's sitting in the crowd if you didn't realize.
Yeah. You as in.
You at home,
you at home.
rather than you in the audience, because
Good to have you
you
here.
can clearly see him.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I think is pretty significant, I think we briefly touched on this earlier, is the amount of fans that 4GG had. When he was playing in his match, he had some of the loudest cheers whenever his name was called out, when he won. And after he won, a huge drove of people actually just left. Just straight off the bat, just departed.
Yeah. All those empty seats are where 4GG fans were sitting.
And that's not an exaggeration. That's actually exactly true. It was completely filled up in here, and many left after him. I mean, it built a huge legacy having played in Korea for so long and continuing strong on the first World Championship here in South Korea.
Yeah, moves on to the round of 8 quarterfinals. We'll see who will get to play later on. I'm not sure when the draw is going to be done for that. If it's already set up like 1 versus 2, then it's already determined, but I'm not sure about that.
Well,
so.
I mean, if it is determined, then that means he'll be playing the number 2 player, which is MVP, since he's the number 1 player. And he said that he can beat anyone in TVT. I buy that wholeheartedly, having casted many of his Terran vs. Terrans and looking at his statistics. Unbelievable Terran vs. Terran play. So
Incredible. I think he could really bring down MVP, but it looks like the interview is now done. I hope you liked our translated version of it. We are kind of new to Korean. We've only been here for a couple of days, and it's time to get ready to go into the next game. It is going to be SOS versus Hero.
map is going to be on Akalon Waste. Hero looking a lot more confident. I mean, actually that look right there appears to be the opposite of confidence. Clear anxiety there. Definitely we've seen him do that exact hand motion whenever he's feeling anxious about a match. But
this is a very nervous moment for him, Team Liquid fans. And I mean, I was just Protoss in general. Not really, I was going to say that, but I didn't, but I did. But Hero, a very, very important game coming up. He's shown his skill in important matches in Pro League, in the Ace matches against players like Hero. I remember that one game, it was Team Liquid versus CJ, where Hero initially lost versus Hero. Team Liquid's Hero lost versus CJ's
there you go.
Hero. And then in the rematch, Team Liquid's Hero won.
the look that you gave me when Hero lost to Hero, and he looked at me like, God, what have I done?
But now it's a different type of beast. This is SOS.
And you know, in just,
Yeah, you were saying?
you know, I briefly bumped into SOS, you know, just heading in the back to get a little bit of water before this next match. Pleasant, relaxed, calm. Said, hello, how are you? I was like, oh, I'm great, how are you? You know, it's like, good, good. It's like surprisingly good English, very pleasant. Not showing any lack of confidence the way that we see.
And now they go head to head. The final best of 3 of the day, one of the WCS Grand Finals, the round 16 Group C final match for this stream begins here. In the bottom right, oh my god, the minimap. The bottom right, we have, of course, Liquid Hero.
And in the middle of the minimap, oh my god, there's a probe already going out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
In the middle of the map, we see the probe from Team Woongjin.
And that is, of course, SOS. Oh my gosh.
Now, is he going to go for Proxy Gate? He could go for Proxy Gate,
Oh.
but he could also go, is he going to go for the double gas steal?
He's just going to put it right on the ramp. This is a build that's been happening in Pro League recently where he just puts it there. He just gateway, he does it right there. Because then what he does is wall off with the gateways to prevent any Zealots coming out for a counterattack. But the reason why he's putting it in almost plain sight, Protoss players don't scout for a very long time. You know, after the cyber core is down to some extent.
Now, is it going to be 1 or 2 gate?
2.
10, 10, 10, build 2 probes.
Yeah, wall off here, so 1 gateway there, and then the next one to the left of it.
That's smart. He's making it as flush with that.
Oh, when that gateway finishes, though, but that's still quite a way. There's the wall off and double gateway. Hero, no scouting. He has absolutely no idea about this.
This is the timing when we see a lot of players just scout their own base, scout the natural. Oh, he's built 1 gas geyser. Oh, God. Oh,
no. Double gas. That means he's not going to be getting a Zealot here. Oh, dear me. This is a terrible start for Hero.
No wonder SOS was relaxed. He was just going to go Proxy Gate. Not a lot of room for error in that build. Removes a lot of pressure.
Right, does this gateway, does it spot it? It's going to be very close, right? Does he spot it?
Oh gosh, this is...
Does he spot it? Oh, he does now. He does now. Oh, he does now. And now, what does Hero need to do to win this game?
Well, the first big problem is that he has exactly 1 pylon powering the gateway, so he can just target fire that, and then that's doom. But he does need to get out enough gas to be able to get a mothership core, send that straight away over to SOS's base, and just try to micro as best he can.
All right, there's the second pylon. Doesn't want to lose too many probes. Oh, manages to get away with that. Trying to get us around. The Zealot's never allowed to be surrounded here. 1 Zealot pops out for Hero. Oh, almost gets the surround on that Zealot, but misses it again. The pylon's being tugged down at the front here. Mothership core is on its way.
Oh, God, what a brutal game number 1. SOS knows exactly what he's doing.
All right, 1 pylon down. Second pylon being targeted down. Hero doesn't really have that much money to spend on another pylon because he needs to get a Stalker out. And he's had to put down another pylon. It's getting targeted down. The Mothership core comes out, but the DPS, the damage per second from a Mothership against all these Zealots, Hero is in trouble.
Low. Hero is in terrible position, but
he doesn't even have enough to build a Stalker. He needs more minerals.
He's trying to just keep everything alive, but it's in vain. 2 Zealots being produced at a time for SOS. And it looks like Hero's decided that he needs to engage. He needs to reduce the Zealot count a little bit, but from every Zealot he kills, 2 more pops up.
It's going to keep on. The Zealots are going to keep on coming, though. There's 2 being made at all times here. The pylon's going to go down, which means the gateway's going to go, and Hero comes in for his final surround, but every single probe's going to die here. There's too many Zealots.
An absolutely devastating game number 1. Hero barely able to delay the inevitable, but we see back in the main base of SOS that the Cybernetics core is almost finished. Gas is being mined for SOS.
Yeah, there's so many pros been killed. Hero's down to 13 of supply to 18. 1 more Zealot chasing around, and it looks like we do see a final Zealot being made, which will probably charge towards the last remaining probes with half hit points. But after that, he can start producing Stalkers. Oh no. Oh dear, Hero.
Oh, poor Hero, still hanging on as best he possibly can. But, you know, 1 Mothership core does beat a Stalker in a 1-on-1.
Not if he's targeting down the pylon.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's just heartbreaking when you saw. Oh, and there's the third shot. That means the Mothership Core will definitely perish.
Oh, he's going to try and get this pylon down. Uh-oh.
It's going to be close. It needs to just get a photon overcharge up. Something. Oh, yeah. Well. Well, the moment always happens every time the Apollo Night cast. We get the giggles, and
We did
that
get the
one.
giggles. That was a big oh yeah moment.
Yeah.
But it looks like, still, Hero 5-6 supply behind, but the Stalkers, the Warp Gate research, the entire lot that SOS has behind this, such a commanding lead. Warp Gate getting now chrono boosted. And he's got 2 more gateways at home. At this point, I'm finding it very difficult to understand what Hero can do to get back into this game.
I mean, SOS is doing the smart thing, just continuing to add on a couple Stalkers here and there. There's actually really no big need to keep these 2 gateways alive. It's just a good mechanism to keep those 2 Zealots pinned back, to have good vision of what's going on. But I mean,
he's got that aggressive pylon down. He can start to warp in units in a couple of seconds. Warp Gate is so close to finishing.
I mean, Hero's doing an incredibly impressive job of hanging in there. Oh my God, that gateway provides high ground vision. Completely forgotten about that.
Well, Hero just miles and miles and miles behind with Warp Gate research here. You did say it well, is that he's done such a good job holding on. I mean, if you look at what he saw and how bad and how many probes there were around and how bad of a situation he was in, he's only 3 supply behind, but what we're going to see now is units starting to get warped in. Stalkers, there's only a single gateway for Hero. It's 5 Stalkers versus just a couple of units.
And there the Stalkers waltz right on up. Hero is going to try to do his absolute best to hold on. 1 Stalker falls for each player. And it looks like Hero might not even try to micro anymore. Might just, oh God. Good
GG.
game. SOS wins
Takes
game
up
number 1.
map number 1 indeed, and immediately decides to take a bit of a breather there. Wow, wow, wow. Liquid Hero now 0-1 and needs to win the next 2 games in a row if he wants to advance in 2nd place.
Oh gosh, and we talk about this quite a bit at the best of X logic. If you can pull a cheese off, end game 1 and win, your opponent is just going to feel horrible for the first 5 minutes of game number 2. He's going to be checking everywhere, checking for every cheese. And that can propagate all the way through the game, where after you've checked for every single cheese, you can think, damn it, he didn't do any cheese this game. And then you have to pull all the way back to your normal game plan and try to repair it, despite the fact that all these corners were not cut. You were playing too defensively. And now the next map is Neo Planet S. Hero has to win 2 games in a row to avoid elimination. The WCS North American champion.
Yep, Captain America could die in this series, or will he be able to survive on? I mean, either way, both of these players are big favorites to do well. Hero, of course, the North American champion, and then on the other hand, SOS, 3rd and 4th place in the most recent WCS Korean season.
I'm just amazed to see the calm that SOS seems to have.
And Hero needs to have the same here if he's going to be able to topple his opponent.
You know, in terms of openings on this map, big variety possible on Neo Planet S. I mean, one of the most common openings in PvP in general is the 3 gateway with Mothership Core pressure. You can see up the ramp, morph in some Stalkers, and behind this you can do things like expand Stargate, go expand Robo. You can just go blink all in, these types of things. Opening up Stargate, going straight for Phoenix works very nicely on Neo Planet S because the center of the map, if you time the beginning of your Stargate properly, if they are doing some sort of Stargate pressure, or excuse me, if they are doing some sort of 3-gate Mothership Core pressure, the Mothership Core floats right through the middle of the map and hits your Phoenixes at the start of the game. And of course, it's kind of hard to blink up into the main base on this map, so you have enough coverage to be able to protect it.
Lots of options to choose from in this final PvP of the evening, the final game of the evening. Hero in PvP Heart of the Swarm does have a 72 win percentage across about 30 odd games. Yeah, exactly. No, 29 games, sorry. It's quite a high win percentage, 21 wins and 8 losses. On the other hand, SOS 11 wins to 6. And that's down at 64%. Still a good percentage, but now we're going to find out who's able to win as SOS returns back to the booth here in Yongsam Stadium at the iPark Mall, where many a legend has won, many a legend has died here within the studio.
If any of you are in the Korea area, stop at nothing to come out here tomorrow, because we'll be doing a round of 8 back-to-back, all 4 matches in a row. Best of 5s as well, so getting a chance to see a lot of it get played out nicely. And then, of course, the following day, Sunday, played at the big stadium.
The big stadium gymnasium. The Jam Seal Gymnasium, I think it is. So we're about to jump into this. Both players are ready. They're just getting their soundproof headsets on, and this will begin. Team Liquid versus Wunjing Stars. Wunjing Stars currently ranked 1 in Pro League. Team Liquid at the bottom of the league. 2 teams, 2 of their, you would almost say, ace players between him and Sulky. I'd say that those are the 2 aces.
Yep.
Hero, on the other hand.
SOS definitely has made a number of critical appearances for Wunjin in the Pro League. Very useful in circumstances like this.
Circumstances like this. A very important match between both players. 1 moves on to the round of 8. 1, unfortunately, leaves us here today. The WCS Season 1 Grand Finals.
You know, it's interesting, if you're a Pro League ace for your team, and you're very comfortable knowing that you need to sit down and you have to win this exact game. You don't get that comfort of having the, well, I have my best of X logic, everything all planned out. SOS is killer at staying focused in the moment and doing a good job in this game.
All right, so there is, of course, Liquid's hero at the north. And his opponent, SOS. I don't know which way this is going to go down. Does Hero now freak out with his scouting pattern? Does he scout early? Does he lose a little bit of income because of Probe's scouting not working? What's your favorite build on this map from everything that's possible to be chosen from?
Personally, I like Stargate openings due to the fact that, you see this pylon placement SOS has, and well, actually Hero has as well? You can build a lot of the critical structures behind the minerals. Meaning that if a player blinks up into your base, which is already hard as it is, but if he does choose to blink up into your main base, it's very easy to keep all your structures protected. You think about a map like, what was that 4-player map called that was played on forever?
It's a large range.
Antigua Shipyard, there we go. Okay. We took a look at Demaga briefly, that was pretty cool. Yeah, on Antigua Shipyard, not so easy to defend your structures by placing them behind your minerals. A lot of open space that Blink could exploit.
Hero's scouting his main base here.
Yeah.
And his natural. Just in case the same was to happen again here. Doesn't want to just instantly lose. And we'll return back to his main base, of course. So, double gas is coming down for SOS. Just a single one so far for Hero. Hero is more of a fan of getting the cybernetics core and then getting the second gas down, rather than this version where you get the double gases before it.
There's a number of cool timings that you can get away with if you just delay that second gas a touch. So, most commonly we see the Gateway 19 Gas 21 or Gas 19 Gateway 21, depending on how you want to open up. But I do like 3 Stalker openings a lot. I mean, they give you that sort of peace of mind that I think is very critical at a time like this, and it's a stable enough opening.
All right, well, Zealot has been made for Hero. Both of these players are going to start to choose their tech choices. This is where, to a certain extent, some of the randomness does come in PvP, because you don't know what your opponent's doing and you just guess. Like, what am I going to do? What's my plan here? And we'll see how builds and strategies will interact in a couple of moments. Hero's managed to sneak a probe in. This is actually really, really good for him. On the other hand, SOS, oh my gosh, I think we're going to see a Twilight Council down there.
Uh-oh. Hero's going to step in here. Now, been talking about reads a ton in this matchup.
He sees a missing pylon, surely. Hero goes in.
Yeah,
oh no, does he?
He's got to be at least a little bit suspicious. He went in there, he saw 2 pylons, and he really checked the extremities.
Oh, I just saw Hero click.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, I just saw Hero click. He just went down here.
Hero is going to be checking everything. Oh,
Hero!
He needs to be prudent. He needs to check out that entire area. He just
I'm pretty sure he saw a pylon was missing and immediately came down to this bottom right. Is he going to see it, though?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he spots it. He spots it. He has seen it and even puts a pylon right next to it.
Wait, did he see it?
Yeah, he did, definitely. He definitely saw it.
Are you sure?
Absolutely, Day 9. Absolutely.
Oh, there it is.
Absolutely saw it. And there's the Dark Shrine. This has gone undetected so far. And Hero's going to be like, I see what you're doing. Hello. Hello.
Oh, wow. This is just as successful a cheese as in game 1.
And Hero decided to throw down a third gateway here. He's just going to go pressure his opponent, realizing that all his resources have been thrown
and there
into
it
this.
is.
And he starts another one back at home, SOS. He started another one. But in between this, Hero can put pressure on. He's got 3 gateways coming down. He has a robo just in case the Dark Shrine does continue to come in anyway.
Oh, and he instantly warps in those 2 Stalkers. Where'd he warp him in?
Just on the third base of SOS. And even an expansion coming down here.
Wow, SOS is getting way overbold.
Hero sees the expansion play. Doesn't reveal his probe to the expansion, but he's definitely going to pressure this with the Mothership Core and a bunch of Stalkers.
Wow, this is going to be a double cancel right now. The longer he leaves that up, the longer SOS will have before he can actually throw down some extra. Wow, oh, this is the most canceled expansion I have ever seen. The longer this expansion up, it's actually better to cancel it now so he can throw down extra gateways.
All right, well, Hero's going to move up here. Remember, Dark Shrine can defend for him as soon as it's finished. He warps in 1 DT and he can defend at home. He's going to target down the sentry, realizes the Stalker's there. He's got to be careful. Nice buying time here by SOS. He has a pylon about to complete.
Oh, God, where's the Observer?
He hasn't made one yet. He hasn't made one yet. Only just now being made, so he's going to get the cancel. Aggressive DT? Yes, aggressive DT warped in.
Forward DT.
There it is. And there is an Observer.
He goes in, and there's the DT right there. He picks off the Mothership Core. God, turn around. Hero is clearly winning this game right now, but still has a long way to go. He can't get too overeager.
Oh, the DT's chasing the Stalker.
Oh gosh, this could be disastrous if Hero doesn't properly play this out. He doesn't need to sacrifice this many units right now.
He's killed so many probes, though. I mean, Hero is ahead in the probe count. As long as he doesn't lose too many back at home, it's 28 supply to 21. He has the better tech as well. And at this point, Hero just has to keep on chrono boosting his probes back out to replenish what he lost. And it all comes down to the workers killed. 11 for Hero, 7 for SOS.
But there was so much money in the bank for SOS. SOS has the opportunity to do a very strong counterattack right now. I think Hero is...
Ooh. Could he make an Archon with 2 DTs and try to break up?
Yeah, I mean, he already has 1. I mean, I just think Hero stayed in that base way too long. He picked off a lot of probes, but probes are not what's going to win you this game. Oh, Hero, no!
He's going to lose Stalker as well. He's got 1 force field. The Mothership Core's in trouble too.
Uh-oh.
Force field.
Looks like he's going to try to throw down a force field. He does do a nice job having that one up on the high ground, but...
Oh, this is not looking too good. There's a DT in there. So many Stalkers. Hero, and he's chrono boosting everything he's got. He's got 1 Stalker aggressively going across to try and do some extra damage, but the Stalkers have entered.
The Stalkers are in the main base. How much energy does that Mothership Core have? That is the big question. It looks like not very much at about 75, and it looks like the Dark Templar gets target fired. The Dark Templar gets picked off. SOS is being forced to retreat a little bit, but now realizes that he can begin to step in. A little bit of micro happens, managing to pick things off. Can Hero do this?
We're about to find out. Stalkers get warped in. It looks like SOS is going aggressively. A couple of probes